welcome back to the Chaotic Cuticle Club. On this
Hello.
chilly evening, I've got my dressing gown on because it is cold. Colder in Scotland, I'm told, but it's cold down here in Essex as well.
I've just got in from walking the dog.
This week we have a rebrand episode for you. So we are going to be talking all things rebranding, how to go about it, why you might want to do it, what to think about when you do it, and how to do it without completely blowing your budget and just doing it the right way.
Yeah. So like rebranding as a beginner, like how to pivot away and like without losing your mind and your money and all of that jazz. Yeah. Anyway,
All
kids.
that jazz.
All that jazz, come on in. Anyway, we're not here for a karaoke session. Not today,
Before
guys.
that, though, Susie, how's your week been?
I was about to ask you that.
I got in there first.
Good. I don't know how my week's been. The same answer as every single week. I have no idea. Other than I've been trialing a new peely base. That's it. Oh my God. That took me. A zombie peely base. And it says it can last up to about 2 weeks. So I was like, I'm going to see, because it's more like a rubbery kind of UV cure base. So instead of like some of them that I've seen, you literally peel it on, wait 72 years for it to dry, and then you put a gel on, and then it just flakes off like feathers in the wind.
Yeah, they're only really useful for like content.
Yeah.
That's coming
whereas
straight
this
off.
one,
Yeah.
this one you can use, and it is, you take it off with cuticle oil. So you soak it, just put some cuticle oil, and ow, your claws are sharp. Soak it with some cuticle oil, and then just take an orange stick and get in there, but it leaves no damage. Anyway, I put on full cover tips with this because I was like, I want to see how this works. And it was nearly 3 weeks. And I had to, because I was being weird, I wanted to take one off because I got stuff from Shan at Nailcraft. Hi, Shan. We love you. Her top coat is the best top coat I have.
Oh my God,
ever
I love the top coat.
Anyway, Nailcraft, top notch. I can't give
Absolutely.
you codes because lots of my fave people have got codes and I can't choose between them. I'm really sorry, guys. Like her lineup of ambassadors is astounding. What a bunch of babes. Just saying. Anyway, used this peely base, wedged one off, and decided because I've got shitty nails, and I've now got Nova Build on one nail. On one nail, just one. This is my natural nail. It's
You've
short,
got like
because
proper nail tech nails at the moment.
Oh
They're
yeah,
all different.
I've got long ones and a short one. And then yesterday I was having a good old chew, and I took off my thumbnail as well, which had an extension on it. Obviously, I didn't just take off the whole nail. I put some Nova Build on, so now I have like a natural nail, and it's not long, but it's not short. It's got free edge, which is something for me. So that's something. But this peely base, still, it's just as solid as the other like rubber base that I have used to put on my extensions with before. It's just it literally, you soak it in cuticle oil and you pop it off, and there's no damage at all. No damage.
Amazing.
And you can actually peel off. I found out yesterday you can peel off the peely base from your nail, and it's not like it hasn't left, it's not peeling away any of your nail with it.
Yeah.
Like if you put cuticle oil on it and stuff.
Great for people like you who like change their nails a lot and take them off. And also, when I looked last, it was out of stock, but I'm definitely going to get some because I think it's a great thing to be able to offer, like I said to you, like teachers that might only be able to have their nails done for like they're going on holiday for 2 weeks, or like nurses might want and they might want to not want to have to come back for like a full removal. You can just give them the instructions of how to do it without any like, you know, anyone that's not having nails on long term and is worried about like the damage of a removal. You can just use that, go on holiday for a couple of weeks.
They can use a cuticle oil, like buy a cuticle oil from you, use that and just leave it. I mean, don't do what I did and put the cuticle oil on and then went why is it not removing? I'll just start stabbing it. Like,
Yeah, you're supposed to
let it soak.
yeah.
Let it soak in, and then wedge it a bit, and then put some more on and let it soak in. But
Yeah.
I'm an impatient trout. Anyway, so that's what I've done this week. I have no idea what else I've done. I have no concept of
You've
what I've
done
done.
amazing nails.
I don't even remember what I've done. I cannot tell you. Anyway, how's your week been? Let's talk to you.
Yeah, my week's been it's been okay. I've just sorry if you heard a big bang there. Yeah, I have my first unhappy client. So yeah, that was not nice, but
Yeah.
I'm over it. It is what it is. I'm banning French. Like, I've made the decision.
Yeah.
I don't want to do French anymore. I hate doing it. It's boring. I'm not good at it. And yeah, so you will be seeing some stories coming out from me in the next couple of weeks. I'll kind of align it with the move. Obviously, if anyone asks in the meantime, I'll just tell them, but I shall align it with the move that I am not a French tech. Like, come to me for art, guys. Come to, like, use my skill set to your advantage, you know.
Right.
Don't waste your time with me if you want a friend.
Like, who looks at your page and goes, yeah, do you know what, French? That's the one for me.
I say that to you as well, don't I? Like, I just think, why do you look at my work and think, yeah, she's the girl for French? But I assume, like Lynn said to me yesterday, she's like, people just assume because you can do art, you must. Like, it's so, because French is so easy, you know. They don't understand that just because I can, you know, paint SpongeBob for you does not mean I can give you a crisp French at all.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's made me think about what I offer in my business, and just, I don't want to put myself in that situation again. I did another set. Like, I've basically done 2 sets this week that just arse, absolute arse. They've made me regret everything I've ever done. No, they haven't really. That's a bit dramatic, but yeah, they've humbled me for sure. But these things happen. We have to move on. I just keep reminding myself that I've spent too much money now to turn back. And
we also remember you're still a beginner.
Yeah,
like,
I
we're still
know. I just
beginners.
expect more of myself now, you know.
I know.
Like, it's just frustrating, isn't it? When you know that you can do really good work, and then, like, when you don't, and you just, for some reason, like, just not on form. Like, the other set, it's just like, as I was doing it, it just was, just nothing was going right, you know, like one of them where just, and in your head you're just like, what is going on? Like, it's frustrating when you know you can do better.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry that happened,
But
Kate.
you know, we just have to just keep swimming, and yeah, I've got a busy couple of weeks coming up with the move and stuff. I've got a couple of clients in tomorrow, but luckily it's not too busy of a week because I need to start packing.
Yes.
I need to start doing all the awful stuff that you have to do when you're moving house.
I know.
Like, I'm not prepared for it at all.
I know.
I hate things like, it's just overwhelming, isn't it? But yeah, I've been looking for how I want to decorate it and all the things I want to buy, so that bit I enjoy. Once I get there and I can do the fun bit, I'll be all good. But it's just the actual moving part, isn't it? That's horrendous.
I know. And then on Saturday,
guys, Susie's coming to Essex on Saturday. I'm cat bum.
That's why I'm hiding it.
If you're listening, you're lucky right now because there is cat bum on the telly. Yeah, Susie is coming. I'm picking her up from the airport on Saturday, so we shall be together for the day. Well, for 2 days, because on Sunday we are going to Hampshire. Is it Hampshire that we're going to?
So yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Hampshire for the Clawgasmic event, which
We
I'm so excited for.
I know. I know.
I'm so excited to see everyone. I'm so excited for all the learning there's going to be. I'm excited to see this beautiful venue. I'm excited to meet Kingsley and see Shan and Jovan again. I'm excited for the goodie bag. I'm so excited for the goodie bag. I
I
can't even
know.
explain to you how excited I am for the goodie bag.
It's going to be so good.
Yes. So it's
No,
going to
it's
be
going to
a
be fun.
fabulous weekend.
Yes. Tiring. Fabulous. Tiring.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of travelling, especially for you, because you've got to
Yeah.
fly here and fly back. But it'll be worth it. It'll all be
It will
worth it.
be. It will. I'm really looking forward to learning everything from like Jovan and Shan, definitely.
Hmm.
And building
And
some
I'm very
Lego.
excited for you to do my nails on Saturday.
I know. And your hair.
Yeah, Susie's going to do my cat eye nails.
I'll probably be disappointing, honestly. Don't get overexcited. I'll just be as disappointing as normal.
Just roll your eyes with me, guys. Roll your eyes with
Shut
me.
up. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so let's jump into it.
Let's do that.
Rebranding.
Yes. So, let's talk about as beginners, rebranding when you're a beginner. Like, no, like everyone will start maybe, oh my God, there's cat hair everywhere. Everyone will start with like a brand, whether they train with a brand, whether they like just get sucked in by a brand and go, this is the one for me immediately. And then sometimes you realize actually it's maybe not for you,
Mhm.
or you're not feeling comfortable with some things. How do you go about pivoting that and without feeling like you failed, without feeling like you have just sunk in so much into something and now you're just going to lose everything that you've got? How do you do that? So it's what you have to remember sometimes is most of your first brands are just a placeholder. Just a
Yeah,
placeholder.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
fine. That's okay to just be going, actually, this isn't for me. I
yeah.
want to do something different. I want to use a brand with more pigmented gel polish colors. I want to use a multitude of brands. I want to use a brand that has more art stuff, things like that. Like but you only know, it's like I say to people, how do you know you don't like mushrooms unless you try mushrooms?
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Like, and
And
as
I
someone
think
who
it's
doesn't
very,
like
very
mushrooms.
rare in my experience and people I've spoken to anyway that like your first brand will be incredible and you'll never want to change. Like I
Yeah.
don't. And like I had like this weird sense, it's probably like just my brain being the way it is, but I had like this really weird sense of like loyalty to my first brand because
Yeah.
like I train with them and I did go way over the top. Guys, don't do a me. Like if you when you're training, just go with the bare minimum to get you through. Like, because you never know. Like, I wanted everything. You know, I wanted all the brushes. I wanted all the art gels. I wanted all the colours. I want like, so I'd put more money in than I should have.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just felt like really awful when I sort of made that decision that, oh, actually, this isn't 100% for me, and I want to branch out, you know. I felt like really, really, really bad about it. And a lot of
But it
people said
is,
to me at the time, like, it's, you know, most people don't stick with their first brand and then, like, that's it.
yeah. But you feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like you really do. Like I didn't train with a brand and I
Hmm.
didn't get a kit. So I had to, like, we were given ones to practice with that must have been about 6 years old. I
Yeah.
swear they were the worst things I've ever tried. But I bought loads of stuff when I first started and then I went in with a brand and like I was like going full in with the brand, like lamp, like structure gels, polishes, everything. And then I realized actually I don't like the polishes and the structure gels aren't working for me as well as I want them to work for me.
Hmm.
So then I moved over to a totally different brand, went full hardcore in with them, and realized that actually they're not, like, just because it's touted as going one brand for everything, that's not going to work for me
Hmm.
personally. I want to be able to, or like, I want to be able to offer a full prescriptive manicure with a variety of things that I know work for different kinds of nails, different kinds of clients, different kinds of lifestyles. So for me, going full in again and getting to that like obsessive I have to get everything staged, and stepping away and realizing actually, no, you don't need to do that. And what I did was I bought all the colors and everything. And then I realized I have most of those colors already
Yeah.
because I already bought them in a Korean like gel polish set that like a full, like, I think it was like 130 colors or something like that I bought straight off the bat as soon as I qualified. And they're really nice consistency. And I was like, why have I just doubled up in a different brand? So now I'm having to sell them at a huge loss to myself, to be honest. And most of them haven't even been touched. They've been swatched and that's it. And people are still trying to haggle with me to get things cheaper, which, like,
of course.
they're like £16.80 or something a bottle, and I'm selling them for a tenner and people are still haggling with me. And I'm just like, bro, it's been opened and swatched. That's it. Like 90% of them. Anyway.
I think as a beginner, it's so easy to fall into the trap. Like, I've done exactly the same. I have way too many colours.
Yeah. I mean,
like so many of my clients as well, like they struggle to make a choice because there's too much choice.
Yeah.
And yeah, the reality is that I will have wasted a lot of money because I don't need, like, there's so many colours that people have never asked for.
Yeah.
The bottles are dusty. They're just, they've just, but because in the beginning you don't have enough clients to have 100 colours.
No.
Like you don't have enough bums in the seats as a beginner to warrant having 100 gel polish colours.
But going back to like rebranding and stuff, let's remove some of the shame from that, because you feel shame and you feel guilt because you're like, I know, thank you for holding my hand. You feel shame and guilt because you've spent money and you're like, but I'm going to lose money and stuff. It's like, yeah, that is going to happen, and you will feel bad about it. But your first brand is built with limited experience. You very much base it on other people's opinions, trends, tutorials, and you can't know if you're going to like it or not until you've tried it, which means it's very expensive to like trial lots of different things. But anyway, but realizing that you want to pivot and change to do something different or use a different brand that more aligns with you, that's not stagnation, that's growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's definitely,
there's nothing wrong with it at all. That's you realizing that you want like a better, whether it's like you say, better quality, or it's a work better for you, or like you're growing as a nail tech and you're understanding more about products and how you prefer to work. Like that's the whole point of of progress, is that you will change over the course of time.
Honestly,
that's loving all the attention.
This cat is a nightmare. He's so needy. So the first thing that you do when you start is look on Instagram, TikTok, and all that jazz. And eventually you will see the brands that shout the loudest and the ones that people gravitate towards because they're making viral content or educational content, or they're constantly showing up on your For You page and stuff.
That's it. Some have just been around for a very long time as well. Like the brand I started with, they are one of the biggest brands in terms of like education, and like it came with a kit. There were many things that, you know, I really liked about them. And they've like, there are just some brands in the industry that are much bigger than others, and therefore you are more likely to come across them when you're not a nail. Like when you're not a nail tech, you'll see the most popular ones, whereas when you are a nail tech, that's when you tend to start seeing more of like independent brands and smaller brands and stuff like that.
Definitely. And just knowing that you want to dabble in other ones, that doesn't mean that you can't use like although I'm selling a lot of colours, I'm keeping colours and structure gels from the brand that I went all in with. I've got their lamps, it's nail order, like I've got loads of their stuff. I just don't need all of the stuff. And then
just got too much.
I've got too much stuff. And I've got no stuff for it. And when I put it up for sale, people are like, "Oh my God, are you rebranding?" I was like, "Well, no, what I'm doing is I'm just filtering out the stuff that it's doubling up the things that I've got already, and I don't need it. And if I keep it, it's just going to go off, and then nobody.
That's it. Then it is a complete waste of money. Like
exactly.
At least if you resell it while it's still got use in it, then you get back a little bit of your money. Whereas if you just
Exactly.
leave it sitting on the shelf knowing full well you're not going to use it,
Yeah.
you might as well give someone else the opportunity to use it that needs it.
But this is why, like, we wanted to make this, because somebody had asked me about, like, oh, are you rebranding? I was like, no, I'm still using the same shit as I've always used.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of some of it because I've got too much of it. And someone
Mhm.
was like, oh, but I'm thinking of rebranding, but I don't know what to do. And I've already got this kit from, say, Gel Bottle or Glitter Bells or OPI or whatever. And I was like, that's okay. And because she was talking about it, I was like, that would actually make a really good podcast episode. So yeah,
Mhm.
so here it is. But yeah, when you just realize that you maybe aren't aligned with the brand, or you want to try a different brand, or there's
Mhm.
something that you want to, maybe you're getting retention issues or color issues, like it's not consistent anymore, then yeah, you might want to do it. But it's not, like, it's not anything to be ashamed of. You are allowed to use different
Mhm.
brands. It's
Yes.
okay to do that. And a lot of,
Yes.
as a beginner, I was so scared of doing that.
Mhm.
I was so like, oh, like, I don't want to try, because at first I used Hona and I was like, I don't want to, like, move and try and do a different one, because A, it's going to cost me money, and B, it's going to be like really stressful and people are going to like judge me and stuff. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
You like, you
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
you. It's fine.
Mhm.
The only problem with rebranding is it will cost you some money,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
we're here to help with the things that
Trying to
are
limit that.
important to get.
Yes.
Because if you're rebranding, or if you're trying to bring in a different brand, you don't need everything.
No. No.
Don't rush in and purchase every single thing you can, because you might regret it.
Don't do what we did. Basically, we're here to impart some wisdom to hope that you can learn from our mistake a little bit.
Exactly. So, like,
Yeah.
what do you need? We're assuming you have lamps. We're assuming you have
Mhm.
an e-file. We're assuming you have all the major big things: dust
Yeah.
extractor, lamp, e-file, all of that jazz.
Mhm.
We're not talking about rebranding your brand. Like, you go on Canva, pop off, babe. Like, do what you want.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what would you
Products.
say are the main things that you would get if you could choose the main things to get in, like, it's like a capsule wardrobe?
Yeah.
What would you get?
I just want to say as well, just make sure you have got a compatible lamp
Yes,
and that you've
yes,
checked
yes.
the specifications.
Obviously.
It doesn't have to have the exact same brand, but just make sure you've done your research to make sure it's going to work.
Yes.
I would say you're going to want, obviously, it depends what services you're offering to begin
Yeah.
with. You're going to want one or two of your structure gels. So whether that's builder gel and hard gel, whether that's
Not
just
every
builder
single
gel.
color.
Yeah, I would say get a like I've got 9 shades of builder gel, guys. I use 2 of them. Most of the time people don't even choose their shade. I choose it for them
Yeah.
because 90% of the time, for me anyway, obviously some people it might be different, depends on your clients, but 90% of my clients are having either a gel color or art on top. So they don't care what colour the builder is underneath. So you could even just get one and it be clear and then you work with just gel polish. But if you want to offer like bases, I would say get 2 very neutral shades. One maybe a little bit pinker than the other, maybe one more like neutrally browny. You could just get one. Like if you are really on a tight budget, just get one. Just get a really neutral shade that's going to suit loads of different skin types. But obviously, like when I started, I was like, oh my God, I've had 4 when I started. And I thought, I can't just like let people come in and go, oh, these are my 4 shades. Yes, you absolutely can.
Yeah,
4
you
was too
can.
many. Like, 4 was
I
too many.
rarely even, I don't even
Nobody
offer it.
really, unless you're doing like NHS manicures, really just clean girl stuff, then maybe you want to, but even then, starting with 2, not a problem. If you are doing like so if you're doing like flexi gel, builder gel and hard gel, get one of each.
Yeah.
Like, don't feel like you need to get 2, 3 of every single gel. Just start really small. I would also say as well, don't rebrand unless you've tried the brand.
Yeah.
So really, your first ever purchase should be some sort of trial kit, whatever that looks like for each brand. Don't go and spend £2,000 or like even £1,000, whatever, rebranding, unless you have tried the brand and you've tried it on a couple different clients, you've tried it on yourself and you've got good retention. Don't do anything until you've done that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't know. It doesn't matter how many amazing reviews there are and how many of your favourite nail techs are using that brand, doesn't mean it's necessarily going to work for you.
Yeah.
So get trial kits. Yes, it ups the expense, but it's worth it in the long run.
And you can still use the products from the trial kit.
Yeah.
So it's not really
Yeah, absolutely.
a sunken
I
cost.
would say you're going to want some gel polishes, but so if you've already got a brand, if you like, obviously if you really don't like their gel polishes and you want to change them, that like if there's a problem with like pigment or something, you're really not happy, then you're going to want to replace them. If they're not really a problem, try to fill gaps in what you've already got, because you can still use them as your you don't have to rebrand everything in one go and then just go, right, I'm never using that again. So if you've got a nice red that you want to keep in that previous polish, don't feel like you have to buy a red to replace it.
Yeah.
But just go with like a core collection of gels.
So
you do not need 10 different pinks like I did, because I love pink, and I basically shopped for myself.
Yes.
When I bought what I wanted and what I liked, and that was a mistake.
So seasonally, I would shop seasonally.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes. So at the moment my clients there's no themes here at all with people. There's been a few reds still.
Yes. Yeah. It's coming up to Valentine's as well. Yeah, I've had quite a few reds still.
Reds, pinks. So for this time of year, say January, February, March, I would still look at maybe navy, red, pink. Remember, you can't always ignore blooming amber, whatever. You can always get a yellow, a red, and a blue and mix colours.
Yes.
You know, it's a pain in the arse, but you can.
Yeah, of course.
And a black
That's it. While you're starting out, yeah. 100%.
But pinks,
yeah,
red.
And then obviously, like, we're going to come into spring, so you're looking at your pastels. Always have a look. I love pastel colours, but they're horrible to do on nails.
I have jelly, like syrupy pastels that I am pushing hard now, because I just think they look better, because I think solid pastels look like fucking Tippex. There you go.
Yeah,
I've said it now.
Need to invest in some syrups, but always look for collections. So most brands, 90% of the time, will do a collection, a spring collection, a summer collection, whatever season we're about to come into. It's very likely that the brand is going to have a collection. Just buy a seasonal collection. Normally they will have like a pink, a blue, a red, they'll have like a range of colours for the season. And then within a year, you've built, like, if you bought one collection per season, you've built up a lovely, like, there's no point in January going out and buying a sparkly red. You're not going to need it till December. You might get one or two. Well, if you're Susie, yours is a cat eye though. Cat eye doesn't count.
Yeah.
But just, focus on the seasons.
Things that'll always be in fashion are like sheer nudes as well.
Yes.
They'll always be in season. I think Nail Order are bringing out some sheer nudes at the weekend, possibly, maybe.
Yeah. I need to go and check out this TikTok.
Which will be.
I know there's been some shears on the horizon.
Which I'm quite excited about, because I haven't bought any of their gel polishes in ages. I didn't really need their last one because it was all quite dark and I already had that stuff, and I've already got hundreds of cat eyes and certainly didn't need more. And and I didn't need any sparkly reds because I've also got shit ton of them. So,
I think we're like coming round now to a year, so we've kind of like shopped through each season at this point. So there's very few gaps in my collection now.
So I'm quite looking forward to. I have loads of sheer nudes. I don't know why I'm excited to see more, but I am. I'm quite like, I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got, and I think some new cuticle oils as well. So yeah, and I know that I think the 20 Pro have just released a new, like, more maybe a spring
Oh,
one,
okay. Okay.
and I think that Gel Bottle have just released new Biab colours. And oh my God, who else? I saw this cat's got he's just sleeping, sitting up. Sorry.
He's living his
Um,
best life.
I can't remember. I saw somebody else has just released like a springy kind of one as well. So
Mm.
yeah, so lots of
Yeah. Oh,
people are
there'll be
starting
loads
to do
coming
it.
out now as we
Yeah,
transition to spring. I would also say as well, when you are rebranding, check like what that brand recommend, because every brand is going to recommend something slightly different in terms of like whether or not you need a dehydrator, whether or not you're going to use any kind of like prep product or primer or
yeah,
anything like that. So double check before. So, and if they are, obviously if they sell a primer and they're saying you need to use a primer, buy the primer for the brand. If they don't, so things like that, things that are potentially going to affect your retention with a new brand, invest in that first, because the
yeah,
retention is what you need to focus on. Don't worry about how many colours you've got. You need the nails to last, because if they stop lasting, the clients aren't going to keep coming back. They're not going to care so much whether or not you've got 10 reds, but they are going to care whether or not they've still got nails on in
yeah.
2 weeks
That's the
time.
whole. You have to give a brand time to prove itself
Yeah.
before you invest into it. So don't buy the structure gel and go, right, I'm going to buy 20 gel polishes now.
Yeah,
Don't do
yeah,
it.
yeah, that's it. Then that's why I said about getting a trial kit.
Yeah.
Make sure you have tested it a little bit first. And the problem is you can't. So if a brand says, for example, with nail order, if they say do you dry prep, don't use a dehydrator and use a primer. If you don't do that, you can't really judge the retention properly,
Yeah,
because you're not
exactly.
doing what they advise you do. The same as if you use a brand that says use a base coat and you don't use a base coat. You like, in order to get a real good picture, the best thing to do is to use it as the brand is recommending, because they're
Absolutely.
not recommending it for fun. They're recommending it because that's how they've tested it. So just get the things that you need to do an application on people and test the
Yeah.
gel and stuff like that. And then you can build it up. Once you know you like the product, once you know it's lasting on your clients and you know how to use it, then you can slowly build up as the seasons come along with things like
Yeah.
colours. Gel polish colours should be like
So
a
far
lot
down the
further
list.
down on the list of things that you really need to focus on in the
Yeah.
beginning.
I mean, I still won't use a primer, but carry on.
I mean, at the end of the day, as you know, as you grow as a nail tech and as you do more clients and you progress, you are going to find your own little tweaks that will work for you. You are going to find your own little things. But when you're just starting out with a brand,
Oh
use
yeah,
it
follow all
their
the
way. Yeah,
instructions.
but then obviously you're gonna tweak things. You're gonna find your own little rhythm, and
Yeah.
that's fine. You'll find what works for you. But
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, when you're trialing a brand, especially, follow their instructions.
Yeah. Also, reach out to brands. Ask them, like, tell them that
Yes.
you're thinking of rebranding. Ask them about what the trial kit will involve. Ask them about what to expect with it. If there's
Hmm.
anything extra that you should add to your basket, things like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
know with, say, a nail order trial kit, they suggest that they tell you to etch with a 180 sanding band, but a
Hmm.
lot of other people say a 240 sanding band or buff. And so they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh no, you should be doing this or that. And you should be watching videos about it, but that you can skip over that really easily because you're too like overwhelmed watching it all. So
Hmm.
reach out to brands,
Yeah.
chat to different brands, chat to Shan at Nailcraft, chat to uh, whoever at Hona, I can't remember their names, chat to
Petra,
all the
Nail
people.
Jam, just
Petra, Nail
like
Jam.
the
Yeah.
brands are gonna, like, they're gonna know what
Yeah. And
they
they will
advise.
be so helpful. Everyone that I've reached out to in brands, like smaller brands, not the gel bottle, they don't really get back to you very often. But they
I've
don't.
never tried.
But if you reach out to not even smaller brands, but like
Yeah, that's it. They want to help. They
they
want
want
their
to
products
help.
to work for you. Like, I would
Exactly.
say as well, like, if don't give up on a brand like too like straight away. If
Yeah.
you do your first set on a client and it doesn't last, don't just assume, oh well, that's rubbish,
Yeah.
I'm gonna rebrand, because you will end up doing yourself out of a lot of
Oh,
money.
so much money.
Like you said, reach out to the brand, explain to them what problems you've had with it, and ask questions. And then obviously if you've done that consistently and you've tried everything and it's not working for you, then that's when it's time to look at potentially rebranding, moving over to different things. But don't just give up, because a lot of the time, like my first sets of pretty much everything I've used haven't lasted well, and it's always been because I've just done something slight, like I thought I followed the process but I just obviously didn't, slightly, or whatever it's been. But always, just ask questions. Brands aren't putting out products that they know don't work, especially like, at least not like reputable, well-known brands in the industry. Their products work. It's just using them in the right way to get them to work.
Yeah.
So talk to them, communicate with them. If you don't get anything back and they're not helpful, then again, that's a sign to rebrand. Because you want a brand that is helpful. You want a brand that's responsive. You want a brand that's open to helping you and answering questions. If they're not, then they're probably not a very good brand, because good brands want to help their customers. You're spending a lot of money with brands, let's be honest. Being a nail tech is not cheap. It is not. At any stage, whether it's starting out or even as you go. The amount of times I have to restock disposables, and I'm like, what do you mean I have to spend more bloody money? And it's stuff that, like, it's not even a choice. I have to keep buying them in order to keep providing a service. So it's not cheap. Just, you're gonna have to invest sometimes. But if the brand doesn't appreciate that investment and want to help you, then don't keep spending your money with them.
The thing is, if they're going to respect your time by responding in a pretty timely manner, I mean, don't expect an instant response. Don't
of course,
expect,
that's it. They're busy people.
Don't expect a response within a couple of days, but within about 48 hours, if you get a response.
I would say 48 hours is a reasonable.
But if it's going to take a week to get a response that's like one line saying, please tell us what the issue is, and it's like, well, this is going to go back and forth for months. So if they're going to respect your time, then that's a positive. What are you doing?
I would say on that, like, if you are reaching out to a brand, try to be as specific as possible in your first email, because if they then have to like message you back asking you loads of questions, then you've got to go, like, try to explain exactly what the issue is. How are you using that product already? What steps are in your process? Give them as much information as possible, and they will be able to help you a little bit quicker. What else would you say is like a must when rebranding? Like, what would your top products be?
Always try their base gel, like their rubber base gel. I would say that's one of the most important things to get. Because you're going to get that and put it underneath Builder, probably. Like, I put rubber base underneath Builder because it just helps with retention. Like,
I do. I put it under hard gel. I put it under pretty much
I use it for extensions and trial it on all of these things. But I think a rubber base gel for everything. I would say if you can get mini pots like a hard gel, if you can get mini pots, that's great. But I would 100% get their base, like their rubber base, because that's going to tell you everything that you need to know. If you're going to buy, even if it says the builder gel doesn't need a base, even if it says hard gel doesn't need a base, get the base and see how that goes. Or you go away.
That's it. Trial it out. See. Yeah.
But I'd say that's one of the most important things that you would get. Definitely.
Yeah, I have noticed a massive difference since I've started using rubber base in terms of like pocket lifting and things like that. I do just find that it gives the natural nail just a little bit of flexibility. Like under something like a hard gel, like some people, they do still need that little bit of flexibility underneath. So I've found that it makes a massive difference.
Yeah, make sure that is scrubbed right in.
Yes,
definitely. But I use rubber base for putting on extensions, all of it. So, I mean, basically, I just want it in pots all the time, but nobody does a rubber base in pots. I
If
need it in
anyone's listening, any brands, we need a big old pot of, like one of those, you see the massive tubs of Vaseline that they sell. You need one of those.
I just want like a tub this kind of size.
They're
What
like the
size
top
is
coat.
this?
Yeah.
I can't. Is this 40 grams? I don't know. Oh, it does say. It is. It's 40 grams. I just want a rubber base in this so I can dip it in and just scrub it on. That's Crazy Top. It's really good, by the way, if anyone's looking for like doing 3D stuff, like blobs and things, and especially doing shell, like, the shell patterns. Crazy Top thick.
Yeah, thick one, because they do like all different viscosities of it, don't they?
Yeah, they've got thick, they've got standard.
Susie's got all the viscosities.
And they've got soft.
Yeah, I think I've got soft because I use it. It's really good for chrome.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing a full cover chrome, it works really, really nicely on it.
The last time I did full cover chrome, I used a liquid and it was terrible, and I shall never be doing that again.
What would you say if you're like, if someone's thinking about rebranding?
Yeah.
What would you advise? Like, what would you say is important to? Because obviously there's so many brands. There's an overwhelming amount of brands to choose from now.
Yeah.
What would you say are like your top things that you should look for in a brand that you're looking like? What are like good flags, let's say, for
like green flags?
A brand?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the biggest part is when you're thinking about rebranding, it's actually deciding what am I going? Like when you walk into a shop and there's like 20 million chocolate bars, and you're like, I don't know what to do. What would you say people should be looking out for? Sumter.
I know. Honesty and transparency. I would say emotionally don't connect. Take a step back and read what people are saying, like in comments, in Facebook groups, in all this jazz. Speak to other techs. Speak to techs that maybe use that brand. Message them and be like, what are your thoughts on this? How are you feeling about this? I would say green flags are honesty and transparency is one. Solid product lines that they stand behind and update if there's problems, or like consistently taking on feedback and working on formulations. And yeah, I like techs that I trust using it. My main one would be techs that I trust using it and speaking to them and seeing what they say and seeing what the crack is, because that to me is worth more than watching a viral video or watching people lip sync to things or doing whatever random stuff. Like that's more important to me than any of that kind of noise. I would look below the noise.
Yes. Yeah. You want to be looking at like honest feedback, like you say. And there's going to be good and bad for every brand out there. Like
every single brand.
Because we all like different things, but just like looking at the overall kind of feeling of, like you say, working nail techs whose work you think is really nice, that you think, oh, that's the sort of quality of work I want to produce. What are they using? I would say customer service is a big one as well. Like I would always suggest reaching out to a brand just as like a bit of a tester. Like you said, I'm thinking about buying some of your products. I'm really interested in the brand. What do you suggest? What are your best sellers? What's just something, just a little something, just to see what response you get. Are they helpful? If you don't hear back or they're rude, it's a no-go. You want a brand that's going to be responsive and helpful. And like you say, don't always go for just what's like trendy right now and what's like popular now. actually look at the bigger picture of what nail techs are saying and using, and try and get like honest feedback, like you say, from people that you trust. You probably throughout your journey as a beginner have connected with other people on social media and stuff like that, and just reach out to people that are using the products that you want to reach out, like.
Definitely. Because I mean, I know I reached out to a brand, this was quite a while ago, and it's one that's all over like TikTok, and it's all over like Instagram, and there's a lot of people that I know that love this brand, are brand ambassadors, are all this jazz, and the person that messaged me back was kind of rude and a kind of abrupt. And I was a bit like, oh, okay, I just asked a question. And then from sitting and being emotionally detached, but watching from the outside lines, it became very apparent that unless you were towing the culty line for this brand, then you were just swept aside and basically ignored, and like you weren't getting anyone being polite to you. And that to me was a bit like, oh, okay, right. Well, that's made it very clear who should be who I should be spending my money with, put it that way.
Yeah, that's it. You want to see how brands respond to like negativity as well, like you say, and
I mean, it wasn't
feedback,
even
things
negative.
like that. You know, when there's problems, how do they deal with those problems?
Also, look at, how do I say this without sounding like a horrible person?
Just say it. If we don't leave it in, we don't leave it in.
Look at who their champions are. Look at who their brand ambassadors are. Look at who's working for them. Look at who's always creating content for them. Are these people working techs or working press-on artists that are creating consistently and working with clients or press-ons or any of that? Are they people that are working and earning money using that product, or are they just using it to do something?
Yeah, that's it. Are they just making, say, for example, TikTok shop videos of 20 different brands a month that they're just putting links in their content, and they
are they content creators for making money from TikTok shop or Instagram?
Or are they actually physically working nail techs that are using that product? Because some people will rave about a product, they'll have it linked in their TikTok shop, but they're not actually a nail tech and they're not using it. Don't go for that. For me personally, again, this is everyone's going to have slightly different things that are important to them. I would look at who they're selling their products to. For me personally, we all know this is a big thing for me.
Oh my god, I keep getting recommended Beatles gel polish sets. Oh, dude.
No, thank you.
I might just buy them and do a side by side with all of my good brands. I might actually just do that.
Do they care about money, or do they care about the industry? For me, is a big one. Do they care about
healthcare,
supporting nail techs and the safety of nail techs, and being open and transparent, like you say, with ingredients lists, with SDS, with
that's major
information. Are they being forthcoming with what is in their products, and are they conscious of who is getting hold of those products? Do they care if 13-year-old Jessica is getting it all over her skin in the school holidays? You know, do they sell a lamp that's good quality? Do they give advice about what lamp to use, or do they just say use a 48-watt lamp? Or do they say any UV lamp will cure our gel?
Lamp will do, any lamp.
Yeah, that's it. Do they have very specific guidelines on how to use the product, how to safely cure the product? All of that sort of stuff shows that like they've tested their gel. They know what cures their gel. They know what works for their gel. They know how to get good retention. If they're just like, this is our gel polish, cure it in a UV lamp,
cure it in the sun, you'll be fine.
Well, okay, but there's many different, like, one UV lamp is not necessarily gonna cure it. Like, have they tested their products well enough that you know they work properly?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's like, do your, sorry, my dog's losing it. I don't know what he's doing. Do your due diligence. Jesus, that's really hard to say.
I know, yeah.
Do your due diligence and check SDS, check lamp specifications, check all of that stuff, and just don't throw all your money in a pot and then set it on fire.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, that's it.
Darwinius
100%. Don't fall for things like non-toxic, totally safe for your nails and skin. No. Like, go for brands that are aware that they are selling chemicals and are conscious and care enough about you as the user to tell you what's in those products. And if they won't do that, the chances are there's some heebie-jeebies in there that they don't want you to know about, and you shouldn't use it.
Oh my God, my dog's having an actual meltdown. I do not know why.
It's because he's like, why is the cat getting all of the attention?
I think he woke up from a dream and he's given himself a fright in his dream. So he's now given a he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And then the cat's just all over the place. So, right. Let's wrap this up because the dog's been a twat. And, you know, do we have any rants and bants? So, wait. No, do your due diligence. Don't go all in. Buy a handful of base gels, maybe one color gel, to test them and see what consistency is like, see what the coverage and the pigmentation is like. Test the tester, like, structure gels that you use and see how it goes. Leave it. Shut up. Leave it for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to see how retention is. And then you can go in and buy a couple more. And then you can go and buy a couple more after that. But don't
slowly.
Don't throw your money at something that you might regret in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we're saying.
Just take it from us. You do not need everything.
Yeah, but I would always say, if you're going to buy a lamp, buy 2, because see, put your hands in at the side.
I know, I've still only got 1. I know, but I'm on a boat. Like, lamps are expensive, man.
I
can't afford another one just yet.
My only thing is that it does mean that I can, out of my the rechargeable, like, cordless ones, I can do like pretty much a full day using 2 lamps instead of, I know, but if I was just having one person, like if I just had one lamp, sorry, the dog's stressing me out and it's making me really overstimulated. If I only had one lamp, that would only do me like maybe 2 clients.
Yeah.
And then it would
same.
Because they don't last long enough at all. Anyway, do we have any rants and bants?
I don't think so. No, I ranted at the beginning. My rant this week is French. It's just French.
I mean, mine's always French.
I hate French. Yeah, and just do what's right for your business, guys. If you don't want to offer something, don't bloody do it.
Exactly. Like, I've restructured.
Trust your gut. If you feel like something is not for you, don't try and force it. Exactly. I feel like that's what I did, and it backfired because I know I'm not good at it. So why keep flogging a dead horse? You know.
Yes.
Anyway, so next week, guys, we I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll be giving you a little update on how the Clawgasmic event went.
We might just talk about the event.
Yeah.
And what we learned.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you won't get all the secrets, but, you know, sitting staring at each other.
We will see you next week, guys. Thank you very
God.
much.
Right, see you later.
Darwin's come to say bye.
Bye.